Do you remember when VH1 used to bring out, top quality reality shows and documentaries and countdowns? Well, we're going to react to one of their oldest countdowns. It's called VH1's 100 Most Shocking Music Moments. Uh, Part 1. And I haven't seen this in a long time, though. This was like the current event that was happening all the way from back from the, I believe, the 40s, 40s up to 2009. And it was very interesting. Very interesting. And this was hosted by Chris Jericho at the time. If you don't know who Chris Jericho is, he's a wrestler. I think he was doing acting he was wrestling and acting at the same time, but yeah, he's a wrestler. But yeah, he did a great job. So let's react to this. Hopefully YouTube don't do the whole copyright thing, but you know how YouTube is. So let's react.
You're about to enter a very shocking place. Are you ready?
Brace yourself for the most outrageous moments in music history.
And if you're wondering why the quality is so ass, well, this came out in 2009, and I don't think VH1 had an extra copy that was like an HD version, even though HD existed in 2009.
Die, pig, die. The police.
Backstage depravity.
Oh, damn.
He had urinated on the backseat of the deputy's patrol car.
Now that's gangster.
And booze-filled insanity.
You are drunk. I am not. Yes, you are. No, sir.
The hell?
These are the music stories that shocked us.
I said I want to her.
Oh, he's nuts.
You think?
Oh my God. I did a story about that, about Whitney Houston, and talking to this French dude who said he wants to, smash her. Told the whole world he wants to smash her. And no regrets. Yeah, no regrets.
From the tragic
The body of Nirvana leader Kurt Cobain was found in a house in Seattle on Friday morning.
to the violent
Dang, Akon.
to the just plain ridiculous.
In short, my penis had virtually exploded.
It's time for the craziest rock star tales ever.
His car was filled with guns and ammunition.
Man, that's
This
gangster.
is VH1's 100 Most Shocking Music Moments.
I'm going home.
Hosted by WWE superstar Chris Jericho.
Weird stuff, man.
This one VH1 actually cared about its audience, and then they just was like, you know what? Just stick to reality shows. Like, we don't care about nothing else. Just stick to reality shows.
Hey, I'm Chris Jericho, and this is VH1's 100 Most Shocking Music Moments. From the bizarre to the tragic, the obscure to the infamous. These are the most unbelievable stories in music history. Let's get started now with number 100.
I've fallen before the same way, but it was pre-YouTube.
Okay, this
So,
is Beyonce.
You know, it was really amazing that it was such big news. It was actually on CNN.
Stop. I ain't ready yet.
Beyonce goes boom.
Normally smoother than a sack of silk, the ever-bootylicious Beyonce treated fans to her most painful concert
The
experience.
most bootylicious. Wow, dude. Where's my slap button, man? Where the hell is my slap button? I can't believe you said that. I get why you did that, but whatever, though. I can't find. I don't have my slap sound effects. Nope, I don't have my slap sound effects. So now I'm just gonna be like, I'm just do that. But I get what you're saying, big dog. I mean, you had her ass out there, but it's all good.
Ever in July 2007.
Bust her ass falling down some stairs.
Ooh.
You know, Beyonce gets to woo.
And so the we was like, no, Beyonce.
But B didn't miss a beat.
Hold up. Bring the beat back.
She grabbed the mic and kept belting like nothing had happened.
Stand up.
Damn.
Beyonce got right back with the dance. She's like, what? What? Yeah, I fell. I like that.
Still, she was a wee bit mortified and asked her fans a favor later in the show.
I think the
Oh, I'm sorry, Beyonce. That was definitely gonna be on YouTube. Oh, goddamn, Kumal Nijan, man, he was super young. But anyway, yeah, that was gonna be on YouTube, Beyonce. Like, come on, you fell on your ass. Even though the quality is poor, it's like, yeah, boo, you fell on your ass. I mean, at least she didn't get hurt from that situation. Please don't put it on YouTube. It's like, nah, this must have happened in 2009 or 2008. But yeah, people's like, yeah, put that on YouTube, boo.
I think the least effective way to prevent people posting something on YouTube is to say, don't post that on YouTube.
Before the concert was over, people had this on YouTube.
Right,
And then it went
exactly.
everywhere.
Not long after her tumble, Beyonce took the stage at TRL to do a little damage control. And you can bet she watched her step.
It hurt really bad.
It did?
And it was a little embarrassing, but I got right back up.
Never before has a fall on stage been so famous. It was like the most known fall of all time.
Right, at least she was graceful about it.
Poison arrived at the 1991 MTV VMAs. They could barely stand up, much less play. But they did anyway, and stepped right into a live TV disaster that almost blew up the band.
Now, I'm not a Poison fan, nor I know Poison, but I heard the story where they got so lit up that they forgot what they were playing. Plastic Poison.
All we wanted to do was go into rock. I had an alcohol problem, and CeCe had a
Oh
substance
no,
abuse
this is gonna
problem.
end badly.
So, the alcohol's flowing. So by the time it's showtime, I'm pretty lit.
The band was scheduled to perform Unskinny Bop and began on track. The problem was they started playing during the commercial break.
Everyone's screaming at us in the camera crew, and everyone's like, stop, we're in a commercial, you gotta cut back in.
Apparently,
wow.
I missed the cue when we're coming back live.
And I don't know what happened after.
I like how Arsenio's like, I don't even know what's going on, but I'm just happy to be here.
It just completely derailed.
Poison put the brakes on the tune already in progress and started over. But guitarist CeCe DeVille forgot what he was supposed to play.
Well, CeCe just cut in to talk dirty to me, and, they're kind of on the side of the stage like, no, it's supposed to be Unskinny Bop.
Once we did get going, then CeCe's chord came out.
So I go over to CeCe, I go, CeCe, your guitar thing's out, and he's like looking at me like, get the hell away from me.
Wow.
Needless to say, the band was a little bit upset with me. So we had it out.
And then we walked off the stage, and fist fight ensued, and I broke his nose and lost a tooth. It was a pretty serious fight.
Wow, y'all was throwing hands too? Oh, man.
Pissed and humiliated, the guys canned CeCe soon after their disastrous performance, but they loved him too much to let him go permanently. CeCe rejoined the band a few years later, and they've been touring on and off ever since.
CeCe is one of my absolute best friends. And, we were both just intoxicated and going through a tough time, and we let stupidity get in the way, and that's what happens,
Every rose has its thorn.
BTO Piccochina. Foxy Brown has always stirred things up with her in-your-face rap, but it's her temper that's really landed her in trouble.
Tough as nails, 98. What'd she do?
In 2004, Foxy, real name Inga Marchand, went ballistic on two manicurists at a blooming nail salon in Manhattan.
Oh no. I already know how this is about to end. Oh, please tell me she walks out with grace. Please tell me she didn't.
Brown, a Brooklyn native, is accused of hitting a nail salon employee with her closed fist and a cell phone and
Brown.
repeatedly kicking her. The dispute was over a $20 bill.
Foxy Brown.
$20 bill.
Stop the cap.
And this was in 2004. So what? So I don't know how that transfers to now, but Oh my God.
Brown's got this thing that she likes to do. She likes to get her hair did and her nails done and then whoop ass on the manicurist.
I would hate to see what she does to her esthetician during a Brazilian wax.
Foxy was arrested for assault and sentenced to 3 years probation and anger management courses.
Damn, 3 years
Which
probation?
apparently didn't work because she was arrested again in 2007. This time for
Wow.
an altercation with the owner of a beauty supply store in Florida.
Wow.
Boy, hey, go that collard green hair, that boy. Oh, head now, boy.
Are you out your rabbit ass mind?
Afro hair, that lip gloss, chin, that boy, ugly, boy.
So instead of, all right, I learned my lesson, I'm not gonna do that again. She assaults somebody again. Like, you big dummy. Like, dude, what are you doing? Oh my God. Okay, we can't have nice things.
Allegedly, Foxy squirted hair glue at the guy because he was trying to close the store and she was locking herself in the bathroom.
What's this on the ground here?
That's hair glue.
Hair glue Foxy allegedly flung at the store owner in a rage right before spitting on him.
Oh, hell no. You need your ass beat. I don't give a damn if you Foxy Brown. You getting that ass beat. Hell no. You spitting on people and throwing hot glue? Who the fuck you think you are? I guess you Foxy Brown, but still, like, hot glue and spitting? Let me hear that right.
What's this on the ground here?
That's hair glue.
Hair glue Foxy allegedly flung at the store owner in a rage right before spitting on him.
Foxy don't play when it comes to her.
Foxy accepted a plea deal to avoid jail time, but had to spend 8 months in the slammer anyway for violating her probation from the nail salon incident. She said the whole thing was a learning experience. The rap world and the entire beauty industry hope she's right.
I just want her to stay out here, man. You know what I mean? I love you, mama. Let's make records.
No, you sound like a chick who don't want to take accountability and an asshole at the same time. Like, nigga, who the fuck you spitting on motherfuckers and talking about? Oh, you need your ass beat.
Throughout the 60s and 70s, Three Dog Night's Chuck Negron was living the dream. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, and more sex.
Well, you'd arrive in New York playing Madison Square Garden. You walk in, it's just full of young women, everyone offering you drugs.
Oh,
and,
wow.
before you even get to the show, you're out of your mind.
But one night in the late 60s, that dream became a Three Dog nightmare. In 1999, Negron released a tell-all biography. In it, he tells a story about his penis.
The first few years, I screwed like a rabbit. I was indulging in so much sex that my penis was swollen and getting bigger and bigger. I knew something must be wrong, so I went to see a doctor. He asked discreetly, "Are you washing a lot or masturbating a lot?"
Naturally, Chuck ignored doctor's orders to lay off the lovemaking. A week later, he was at it again with a backstage beauty queen.
We went back to the bedroom and talked, and the next thing I knew, we were making passionate love. The experience was a bit painful for me, but I gladly worked through the discomfort.
Then, suddenly I heard it. I could actually hear this tearing sound.
Goodness.
Ripping is never a good sound in the bedroom. It either means the sheets are tearing, or if you're Chuck Negron, your penis just split in two.
How the hell does that happen though? So you're telling me my man was just booty clapping it up all day, all night, and then
Booty clapping sounds? You's a freaky ass nigga.
he was doing all this, and then his dick exploded? Like, how? Hold on, I gotta hear the rest of the story.
In short, my penis had virtually exploded.
What do you mean his penis exploded? Did it spontaneously combust?
Right, exactly.
Horrified, Chuck wrapped what was left of little Chuck in a towel and headed to a doctor for repairs.
Once at the hospital, doctors stitched it back together.
My mom was a nurse. I'm gonna call her and tell her the story. Let's see how true this is.
Nowadays, Negron's treating his body a little better. He's been sober for nearly 2 decades and claims his party days are all in the past.
Yeah,
Do I consider myself one of the bad boys of rock? Not anymore, but I was. I was a terror, but now I'm the good boy.
So, man, man, his penis did not blow up by just fucking a lot. That's impossible. It's impossible. Like, ain't no way. So you just tell me you booty clapping it up, and then your ding-a-ling just explode.
Booty clapping sounds?
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. It must have been the drugs that he was taking, and then, you know, having sex at the same time. Maybe something happened with that. I don't know about that. That is weird. That is weird. I've never heard of a story of a person who was, you know,
booty clapping sounds?
Booty clapping it up, and then his mushroom tip exploded. Like, I never heard anything like that before. That's crazy.
Next up at number 96, if you're gonna pose as a famous rock star, is it smart to pick one who usually covers his real face with cat makeup? Maybe, then again, maybe not.
I remember people calling me and saying, how can you let a former member of the band live under a pier? And I would tell everybody who would listen, that's not Peter.
Homeless hoax.
As the original drummer for Kiss, Peter the Catman Chris was part of one of the most legendary and lucrative rock bands in history. But when he left the group in 1980, after nearly 10 years, Chris disappeared from the public eye. That is, until a 1991 Star magazine story claimed to have found him panhandling on an LA beach.
There was an article in one of the trash mags, and it talked about Peter Chris living homeless under a Santa Monica pier.
When this came out, and everybody was like, dude, look at this picture of Peter Chris. Peter Chris of Kiss is homeless. What happened to the Catman?
Kiss fans were stunned, including comedians Roseanne and Tom Arnold, who went down to the Santa
Weren't they like married one time?
Monica Pier to rescue their rock hero.
I saw a guy with about 10 other homeless guys around him. He's like an entourage, you know, like Elvis, you know, and I figured that's got to be him.
The only problem? It wasn't Peter Chris. It was Christopher Dickinson, a homeless imposter who sold his story to the Star for $500 and 2 nights in a motel.
As it turns out, Peter Chris was alive and doing fairly well.
The poor guy is like living at home in Redondo Beach with his wife and kids. And next thing he's got like people calling him up going, hey, dude, I just heard you were living under the Santa Monica Pier.
It escalated to the point that...
So... this had to take place somewhere in the late 80s, you know, before the internet. So y'all some dumbasses. Y'all really thought the guy was the member in the Kiss band was like living homelessly, and then it really wasn't him. I don't have my slap button effect. I wish I had it. It'd be so good if I had it. If I had it, this would be amazing. Like, y'all some dummies out here, man. Like...
Peter Chris went on the Donahue show to confront the guy.
Oh, he confronted the guy. Oh, snap.
How you doing? Why couldn't you impersonate like the Lone Ranger or a Tano or something like that? You'd really give me a rocky time.
Oh, I should react to that one day.
Stop there to clear his name. He sued Star Magazine for libel and eventually settled out of court.
We couldn't come up with better stories than what people have come up with, so we just sort of sit back and go, that's showbiz.
The Rolling Stones have always had a way with women, but when bassist Bill Wyman started up with underage groupie Mandy Smith, even Mick and Keith were gobsmacked.
Dirty old Wyman.
When they began dating, he was 47, she was 13.
Whoa! Wait. Repeat that one more time, bro. How old was she again?
When they began dating, he was 47, she was 13.
Nah. no.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
No, bro.
Fuck you mean?
Bro. You 47? Get it on with a 14-year-old?
You's a freaky ass nigga.
Now, I know some people feel difference between older men being with younger women. You know, that's been around for years. But damn, you couldn't even wait till she was like 21 at least.
By Stone's standards, this is pretty revolting.
Well, Picasso had an even larger age span, didn't he? He was 94 and his wife was 37, I think. No, when he died, so that worked.
Yeah, you want to know why that worked? Because she was legal. And the girl you're with, bro, well, at the time, is a child. So what are you talking about, man?
Crazy about this is that Mandy's parents approved of the relationship. Letting your daughter date a member of the Rolling Stones is just bad parenting.
Yeah, because she's 14. Oh my God. You need your ass whooped. The parents, my man's right here, they all need their ass whooped.
Pair went out for 5 years, finally tying the knot on June 2nd, 1989, once she turned 18.
I'm glad he's finally taken the plunge.
You think he's settled down?
That's another story, I don't know.
We've made a vow and that's it. Tore out the address book. Everything's gone.
You thrown your phone book away?
Yeah.
The whole lot?
Everybody's been trying to buy it off me.
Alas, the marriage was short-lived, ending just 2 years later. Yet, in a truly twisted turn of events, Bill's son Steven got engaged to Mandy's 46-year-old mother, Patsy.
That's his son, it's my mother. We're gonna mix, we're gonna go out to dinner. We're all gonna see each other.
Bill's son Steven came about this close to marrying Mandy Smith's mother, so Steven would have been married to his stepmother's mother, and his wife was his mother's mother. That would have made her his grandmother, which means that anybody married to his grandmother must be his grandfather. Therefore, Steven would have been his own grandfather.
Yeah, everybody need their ass whooped, man. I'm an idiot right there. Everybody need their ass whooped, man.
I'm a bitch.
No, like,
damn, son, where'd you find this?
That is crazy. My man was 47, getting on with a child, and thought, hey, yeah, this is cool, right? Like, no, Nick, no, this ain't cool. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Nobody took him to the side and said, hey, bro, man, like, look, I know you in love and all, she young, but you couldn't wait till she was like at least 21. You know, besides, you know, trying to get with a 14-year-old who has no life experience whatsoever. You just like, hey man, she's hot and ready. Ugh, oh God. That is gross. I'm just gonna end it here. Yeah, I'm an idiot, right? Oh no. Oh my God. Like, there's got to be a documentary about this. There's gotta be a documentary about this. Heck, where is she at today? Is she married to someone else? Excuse me, because they said the video says that, you know, they broke up 2 years after, you know, the relationship because it didn't work out. Yeah, I wonder why. Like, nah. This is a big L on everybody. Everybody need their ass whooped. But yes, that was my little reaction I did on VH1's 100 Most Shocking Music Moments. You can find it on YouTube. I'll probably send the link. I'll probably react to the rest of this if, you know, you guys are interested. If not, it's all good. It's cool. No problem. But if we could get like at least 5 likes, I would appreciate that.